G'day and welcome back to another tree styler video. This is part 3 of the Ficus Bonsai from really ordinary material. Can't even say it. Anyway, if you haven't seen part 1 and 2, head to my channel to the playlist. That way you'll get a really good understanding of just how far this tree has come since 2016. Let's go. Welcome back. That long it's been. Beautiful summer day in Australia. Check out the growth. Zoom. Lots of good growth for the tree, looking very healthy. Some fertilizer, bit of moss. So what's next for the tree? Well, for a start, I'm going to remove that small amount of wire. Let's do that. Could uncurl it, just clip it. Well, that was harder than it needed to be. Bit at the back to go. That's probably my back. This branch has grown. We'll continue to let it grow. That'll just be folded over a little bit. But yeah, this needs to grow out more. I would say probably out this long, that long, and then cut back again. So to basically be the widest point of the tree, and then the same with this one. Continue to grow that one out. It's looking much better, so that's good. Now, that's the back. The reason why this is the front, it's just slightly leaning forward, and I know the Nabari could have gone either way, but I just like how the tree is coming slightly forward. You'll be able to see it on that angle there. See, just there. All right. So now, the next step in the tree is balancing out, letting that continue, but also refining the top of the tree. Because if I let it continue to grow, it'll go back to that, which I don't want. Need to look at the thickness of the branches for the taper. So I've got the trunk coming up, rather large branch here, side branch, and then smaller. So as I'm going up, smaller and smaller. Also need to keep in mind the congestion, as in here. There's branches that are actually crossing over. So I need to make a decision there of which one to remove. And I think it's going to be that one. Gone. No, I don't want to make a cutting out of it. Please don't comment that. I could, but I just don't want to. Yeah, because it was going up into that spot there, crossing over this one. You can't really see it, but with my eyes, it's visible. There's a good one. So overall, I'm happy the removal of the more than 2 branches. And now I've got one coming into 2, which is great. These 2 branches are pretty close, but that one is adding width out that way. This one's more of a back branch out there. I might retain it for the moment, but it might cause too much swelling. So here's an example. I want this branch to then break into 2. If I wanted to thicken up, I'd let it grow, but I don't. So I want branches, so there'll be, if I cut it off, say, let's do an example here, there's going to be 1 branch, bud out of there, bud out of there, bud out of there. So it's gone from 1 branch, it would then be 3. I could go back to there, doing the same thing. So I'm just doing that across the tree, making sure that the taper is going to be good. Let's do that. Not going to touch, but then let's have a look at the top. Starting at this point here, just cutting it back to keep that taper going. This one's kind of going upwards, might retain it. I can wire it down into, see if I can get it into that position there. But generally if it's like, I did remove one. But generally growing up, I would get rid of just focus here for a minute. Branch here, coming out. Could go here, but I'm going to take it off here because that's going to allow the branch to grow more horizontally outwards. So, and the direction basically the direction I want it to go. Same as this one. So then the bud will come out of here and go that way. This one again, coming up. Same as this one, coming up. This will allow that branch to grow out there naturally, whereas this one would grow back onto itself that way. So let's remove that. A little bit of how-to today. I don't normally do how-to stuff, but I thought I'd explain in a little bit more detail what I'm thinking in my head. Hopefully it makes sense. And this one. There we go. Was I off center? Goodness me. No wire. Branches have been set. Already reduced the tree down to probably this much in height, which is good. Trying to keep that compact canopy apex, which you can see starting to form. So continue to grow this out and then up. So like this, up and over. Bit of a gap there. We'll work on that. I think that branch there is going to fill that spot there just nicely. Let's do something with this. Let's just adjust it because it's going to continue growing in that position. Just want to be careful of that terminal bud there. So I want it to continue to grow. Not the best wiring. Boom, a little bit of wire. Let me just adjust this a little bit, going out that way. That's a bit more like it, fills that space there. This one can continue to grow out. Didn't touch the terminal buds. One more thing to do is now that I've got leaves growing down, let's remove them. This one in here needs to go. This one needs to go. So now, that one's upside down. Can see that a lot better now. Add a little bit of movement onto this. And there we go. That's it. Leave me a comment. How do you like the tree's progression so far? Let's have a spin around. Obviously more work to go, but now these are set and cut, they will branch out again into two. Then it's a matter of repeating it and going from there, which will make the tree much, much better. Further down the track, also need to bring it up a bit and expose that Nabari. I know it's there. It's just the roots need to be developed. One thing I did notice, there's some little roots coming out here. Did notice these a month or so ago. Good little bit of root growth there. So awesome. Here comes the transition. Boom. 10 months later, I actually checked the files. Yes, I wasn't lazy on this occasion. I checked the files. 10 months for this ficus, very ordinary material. But how's the growth? How's the style? How's the leaves? It's all looking rather healthy. My preferred front is here. Now I can't even see the tree. I'll go back a little bit manually. So today, summer, Australia. 35 degrees. Not sure whether you can hear the cicadas. They are buzzing. They are on song. All right, I've already started to spin. Loving the development here. This has been a bit tardy. It is growing, but it sure is taking its time compared to what it just was. Canopy's developing nicely. Leaves a little bit on the large side, but I've done nothing to it for 10 months. So what's the future going to hold now? Well, I'm going to keep working on this canopy and reduce the leaf size, more branching. And off camera, I was having a look at this side. I quite like if I tilt that up like this and take that over there. That's quite enjoyable. But ideally, because the tree's tilting, you can see there the angle, I need to do a few things like add some wire here as well. Maybe bring that one down. That needs to come out there. So probably a defoliation to be good, and also branches are pretty good, but definitely defoliation. Add some wire to give the tree a bit more structure. So set the structure of these main branches. These are thickening up nicely. You can see here, transitioning now. Ideally to thicken them up, I need to grow them out, but I don't want it to go leggy again. I don't want that. Anyway, there's definitely more to come in the next part, so stay tuned. Final spin. If you're enjoying my videos, you could hit the subscribe. If you don't, just thumbs down me. Woohoo! Or leave a narky comment. That'd be great. All right, stay tuned. More to come.